Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 13th of January 2024. Before we get into it, the usual quick request, and that's if I could ask you to subscribe to the channel. That'd be great, big help and appreciated, so please do that if you would. Today there's only a really short one. I'm led to believe that there's something to look forward to this later on this year, all being well for us old Nawabum fans, and that is that the marvellous Tytan, you can see that the album cover from their debut album there, Tytan apparently are recording a new album. Oh yes. And the working title is Death for Glory, and that's good news, isn't it? Because of course Tytan, you know, we all remember how great they were with Rough Justice. So it's really excellent that another old Nawabum band are still doing good stuff. And the quick backstory, if for those that if you don't know it or might not remember it, is that Tytan, of course, arose from the ashes of Angel Witch, the great Angel Witch, who of course back then issued one of the great debut albums of the original New Wave of British Heavy Metal days, didn't they? But they split soon afterwards. Former Angel Witch members Kevin Riddles and Dave Dufort wasted no time in forming Tytan, and it looked good for them. It looked good for Tytan, didn't it? All the way back then. Wasted no time in bagging a recording deal and recording an album, but it didn't quite work out. Probably one of the things that didn't help were various lineup changes, and of course the fatal blow of the recording company going bankrupt before the album could be released, and Tytan became no more either back then. The album Rough Justice would see the light of day around about 1985, I think it was, and it was then and still is today a stone cold classic of the new wave of British heavy metal genre. It's just so good, start to finish. Classic, remarkable, you know, still sounds great four decades later. That seemed to be it for Tytan, but they reformed. I think it was it around about 2012, I think. Out of nowhere, they were offered some dates, some festivals and whatnot, so came back, and around about, was it 2015, 16, something like that, around about a decade ago. They put out a second album, Justice Served, and that's excellent as well. Proper heavy stuff. And here we are, early 2024, and apparently they are recording a new album, or have plans to record a new album. And that can only be good news, can't it? Give us something to look forward to. I understand that they've got a few festival dates lined up in later on this year as well. And Kevin Riddles is still there. And, you know, original member, he's still there in the band, pushing things along, no doubt. So that's all good news. All being well, Tytan are back again. Dates, festivals, dates lined up later on this year, and all being well, that new album as well. So that's really is something to look forward to. If you're not familiar with Rough Justice or Justice Served, you know, Tytan's earlier work, I will put links to both in the description below, so you can go and check them out in various formats on Amazon and whatnot. And just quickly before I disappear, in other related new wave of British heavy metal news, the box sets of the old Avenger and Mama's Boys albums from back in the day that have been released by Cherry Red, they're due later on this month. I think it's the back end of the month, maybe the third or fourth week. What one follows the other. So as soon as they arrive and I get my ears around them, we'll look at them as well. But in the meantime, all being well, new album from Tytan to look forward to. That's good stuff. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That'd be great. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.